Yo, what is going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video. This is part 2 of the collection, and as you've seen from the thumbnail, it's going to get exciting. So without further ado, let's flip this around and let's check these models out. So yeah, let's get into this collection. Let's take a little look at some of the items on offer here. There's some things that I'm still educating myself on, if I'm being completely honest. The vintage Corgi and Dinky I can do all day, but I didn't realize how valuable some of this early Scalextric stuff was. And yeah, plastic as well, that's a whole new, different ball game. But look at some of this stuff, incredible. Really, really is incredible. So yeah, let's just kick it off on the right side. This is what I'm sitting. Let's get into it. Look at some of these vintage Scalextrics. Now this is one of my favorite things on the table. It's missing the fake engine, but look like the Moon Eye decals and stuff on there. This is brilliant. And all the ones with motors are all fully working. I've tested it, put in batteries to the terminals, and they run very, very well. So you've got a Mini in there, Jaguar, you've got all that sort of stuff that you used to see, well, back in the 60s and 70s, the stuff that used to go fast, you know what I mean? And this, I believe this was a kit-built one as well, so it's been built at some point in the past. Again, nice example. Lovely looking little patina, you know, it looks like it's been running laps of Le Mans, in my opinion. And this might be a slightly bigger scale one as well, I think. However, Scalextric's brilliant. And my favorite one here is this Corvette. My second favorite one, I should say. Look at that. The body shell on that is just beautiful. It's got the look. So you can see there's a couple of loose models as well floating around. You've got the Quaker Oaks Land Rover. So that's a slightly more desirable one. Not to be mistaken with the Dactari one. You've got some plastic Norevs floating around as well. Some really nice things. Look at this. I love that it's a wagon or a state car, depending on where you are in the world. But I think that's brilliant. Original price still underneath it. Look, £15. Probably going to sell it for around about a similar price, if I'm honest. Kind of cool. We've got some nice, loose, original French Dinky. You can also see then the mini Dinkies in the garages. Again, you don't see them all too often. And when you do see them, they're pretty beat up, you know, broken boxes, etc. These tend to be all nice, all original. Apart from one of them is in the wrong case. It was one of the cars, I think it was. You can see on this as well, if the straps are still in there. What was it, the Mercedes? Nope, but one of them is definitely in the wrong box. There we go. It's in an E-type box, but it's not. It looks like a little Corsair in yellow. But yeah, really, really nice. I like that it's got a few bits of everything. Some of the commercial stuff. Commercial stuff especially harder to find. Look, original price underneath. £20 the gentleman paid for it. Really nice. Some loose Dinky, some earlier trucks there. And then Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with the original figures. So what I tend to do with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, that sort of condition, with 4 figures, working flip-out wings, I tend to sell them around about £40. Genuinely, you could get £40 just for the figures, so kind of a bargain, really. Is that Amoeb Toys or around about similar? Autopilot, all the prices still on them. I haven't even got around to doing that yet. Nice original Batmobile here. Always desirable, even when they're loose. This is pretty good as well, to be fair. It's very light playware. Fins are on the back. Brilliant. That little rattle you can hear in the background, sorry, was just the water filling back up in the fridge. Some Dinkies and some Corgis. Look at some of these. I always love the Cortina rally car. I just think it's a great looking model. Those rear lights on these early Cortinas, yeah. What a stunning model. And the MTB. I've always liked this. I was born in a place called Merthyr Tydfil. Moved away from there, 15 years ago or more now. But the plates on these MTB always remind me of Merthyr Tydfil Borough. But I like that. Sorry, little off subject thing to share with you. You've got the Caravan. You've got the BMC Mini there. It's nice, right? It's got the paperwork in the model. It's also got the 2 surfboards and the original figure. This is nice as well, isn't it? The Dormobile. Original model. Very nice indeed, actually. Nice. I love... What's your opinion back home then on tax discs, like the original accessory pack stickers? Me, I think it's charming, you know. That kid has obviously stuck it on there, or an adult at some point in the past. And that's how it's probably been for like 50, 60 years. So yeah, huge fan of it. The Mercedes Pullman Limousine, working windscreen wipers. Excellent chrome on this as well. Bumpers are fantastic. And most importantly, it's got the grille crest, which all too often goes missing. We've got a Zephyr there. We've got a lovely 2-tone Rover. Sorry for not picking all of them up either. We're just going to get through this video. Look at that in the 2-tone. Very nice. Bit of a oxidization on the base there. That would probably clean up as well if you spend a bit of time on there, but I'm going to sell it like that. And more importantly, it's got the correct end spot on it too. The Mini 226, look at the condition of this. Sorry if it focuses. Near mint. I said I haven't even dusted or wiped any of these models down yet either. They're literally as they've come out of the box, but that is stunning. Then we've got some military stuff as well. The military stuff is actually in really nice condition as well. It's not overly shiny. Like you can tell when a model has been played with, especially with this matte finish, because it literally just goes shiny. You can see there's a small crease running through there, which will be reflected in the price, but nice example. Military is one of those ones, right? You get it in. Sometimes it literally sells straight away. Other times they'll sit around. So it'll be interesting to see how these one do. You've got the lovely Bedford there as well in the yellow and blue. I'll be honest, not particularly a rare model, but you don't see it very often. You really, really don't. And I'm liking the little pib light in here. It's got the original plastic still on the front, which is nice. We've got a lovely little jag next to it, some more military. And more military there too. And also the Midland Red coach. It's got a really nice box with this, no splits. Great artwork, and the bus itself is in near mint condition. Look at that. I just love coaches of this era. Brilliant. And then, as we keep going along for this stuff, you've got the Mini Clubman in red. Harder one to find, definitely. Often bronze. Corgi Classics, as I said in the previous video, are definitely on the up a little bit. But this one is always going to be a bit desirable because it's a 1927 Le Mans Bentley. Often known as the Steed car from the Avengers. Look at this now. I'm going to have to get up and show you this. Not particularly a rare model, this Crane. But look at the condition on that. It is literally mint in the box with all parts in the packaging. That is beautiful. And as we go along, we've got the Chipperfield horse transporter here. Again, really nice example. Sadly, no horses. And I got to give this a wipe as well. That's just literally dust on it, as you can see. Then we've got a lovely little Leyland octopus in the yellow. Condition on that. God, I remember about 10 years ago when these would have been £300-400, something like that. Crazy. This sort of condition, you can still ask about 100 for it, and it will sell for that easily. Look at that. That's, do you know what? That's actually really nice. Sorry, I was falling in love with that a little bit myself then. We've got the original 267 Batmobile. Let's just turn that around to the right way in the box. There we go, that's better. And as you can see underneath there, it's got the instructions as well sitting in there. So that's always nice to have. But yeah, what a beautiful example. That's actually pretty mint, that model. Both figures, glazing is great. All the features do actually work on it. Original aerial, that is beautiful. Bedford TK crash truck. I love the TK Bedfords. Beautiful, another military vehicle there. Corgi Q Fargo, right? That's probably the 5th one of those I've got in stock at the minute. You can go years, right? Well, not quite years, that was a bit of an exaggeration, but you can go weeks or months without seeing one of those. And then all of a sudden, you, in various different collections, they all come in at the same time. So that's the 4th or 5th one that I've currently got, but this one especially. Look at the box. Stunning condition. Really, really is stunning condition. But hey, I don't mind having 4 or 5 of those. If I had 4 or 5 of everything, we'd be well stocked up, you know what I mean? Anyway, the Walls ice cream van, the little Ford Anglia here. I had to pay up to get that, but it's worth doing it. Sorry, the figures are falling over when I was messing around earlier, but both original figures, original inner packaging. That is a beautiful model. If you're looking for quality, that's probably one I would look out for. And just a nice little Salido there. You've got a Corvette Stingray. Michelin truck. The Matchbox garage is very, very nice. Really nice condition, actually. And the box as well. These often, like, sort of rip and tear from pulling in and out the garage, but it's all there. You can move the one side moving inside. But yeah, what a great example. Then we got some Victory Industries stuff here. Don't see it all too often. Well, you do see it. It doesn't tend to come into my collection very often when I see things anyway. So it's nice to have these. End flaps missing on the one box here. But yeah, great examples. To me, anything plastic that survived this amount of time, because Diecast is pretty strong, isn't it? So seeing that sort of stuff surviving it, it impresses me. And there's a lot of plastic we'll have a chat about in a minute anyway. But trade box of the little Dinky trailers, that's really nice, especially to have the packaging with it as well. What have we missed over here? Apart from a couple of loose things. Red lines. Always nice to have red lines in stock. God, I remember, if you've followed me online and just, well, looked at my eBay store over the years, going back about 7-8 years ago, I used to have red lines in constantly. There was, at one point, I had over 100 red lines in like really nice condition. I was listed on the store, and I just can't keep them in anymore. They're literally just, as soon as they're on, they're gone. You know, I lucky paid £40 for that. I probably wouldn't even ask that for it, if I'm honest, but nice example. But plastic, loads of really nice plastic. Look at this. Charming with the original boxes. We're going to have an educational thing myself. I've got to do it, none of nor over there. I've got to learn some of this stuff. But it's, you know, it's not big money, some of this, but it's really nice. Really, really nice. These trucks as well. Various different liveries. They appear to be mostly Mercedes or MAN trucks. These Herper or Conrad or something like that. We're going to do some research on them. But I've got quantity here. And I mean, I got quantity. Different liveries and different things going on here. But most of these are probably going to be £5-10 each. They sell for that. When I've had them in the past, I've sold them at that sort of price. So tilting cabs as well, look nice. You can see the engine under them. But yeah, there's quite a few of them there. That's nice as well. A Mercedes in that colour. So me being born in 1991, this is the sort of era of trucks I actually remember on the road. So yeah, that's a bit of a trip down memory lane. To be honest with you, same with some of these MAN trucks as well. I remember those. And a lot of Iveco trucks, wasn't it? And yeah, God, I am going down memory lane. But anyway, some of this plastic stuff, let's have a little look at it. I always call it the knockoff Corgis or the knockoff Dinkies, because in effect, that's what they've done, haven't they? They've copied the castings. Bigger scale, as you can see. Rather than 1/43, I think we were 1/36, if not slightly bigger. Buick Riviera, working friction drive. What a beautiful model. No splits. Stunning condition, in all fairness. Really, really nice. But just small things like this, I think it's great. Barcelona, what's that probably going to be? Another tenner, maybe, something like that. I know I don't often talk about prices, but some of you do. Give us an education on prices. But I always find the lows of tone a little bit of a video. So if you want to see some prices, you'll have to go check out the store there. But look at that, look, unopened. It's like, what do you price some of this stuff for? I'm going to literally, £10 is going to be my guide, right, until I do some research. And then if it's worth a little bit more, obviously we'll have to make the corrections. But yeah, some trailers as well, look, in those. Oh, look at this Golf, I love this. With the working friction drive, I did have it going. Look at that. Mark 1 Golf with the tow bar. Oh, that's charming. So what's that got to be, 70s? Yeah, look at that. Beautiful, what a beautiful model. And then again, stuff like this. It's just got the look, in my opinion. Again, I don't think it's very expensive stuff, but it just looks nice. Bigger version of the little Leslie Matchbox coach look. That's very cool. We've got a plastic version of the Dinky coach, the luxury coach. That's pretty damn awesome. And then this Mercedes, this was working friction drive as well. That's like the sort of thing you'd associate with like an Alps tour bus, isn't it? See, when you're driving around the Alps, you can see literally through everything, no roof pillars. I know they did the Volkswagen split screens like it, so maybe that's what that is designed to be. Some race cars, little futuristic looking thing. This Ferrari especially is beautiful. Get the door out. It's hard to do it with things one-handed. We'll leave that. I will do that myself properly with two hands. But yeah, look at this. £55 he paid for it, Hong Kong. I don't even think I'll ask £55 for it, but you know, it's a charming thing, isn't it? It's got the look. Really, really has got the look. I love that. That door's gonna annoy me now. I'm gonna have to get that out, but I don't want to. Oh, there we are. I didn't want to break it. Right, so it goes, clips in there. I'm with you. Perfect. Right, and then we've got some more race cars there. This truck is very nice also. Do you know, it's funny, I'm sorry if the way this is coming across in the video, because normally when I do this sort of stuff, I'm talking about things I know, and I'm being really honest with you at the minute. Like, I know this here, but I'm being really honest with you. I don't know what a lot of this stuff is, the makes of it, what it is worth, etc. I've never had this, so that's quite nice. This I've had, this is very nice, I love that. You know, bit of money cruising down the road if that was in a 1-1 scale, isn't it? And then stuff like this then. How can I do this? I don't know whether to separate these, sell them individually, sell them as job lots. I really don't know, but you can see there's various different items, various different makes. They look like little no-rev ones. Nope, there we go. Shows how much I know with this stuff. God, we found something that stumped the toilet. Plastic. Oh, I'm bringing things of paper with me. Look at this as well. Got all the Volkswagen buses down there and pickup trucks, and someone probably spent a lot of time putting this collection together. So let me know in the comments below, do you think these should be job lots or should they be individually? And I have no idea what the price I'm at. There's also 2 more trays up there full of plastic and some other Dinkies and Corgis. So yeah, boys and girls, sorry if this video was a little bit longer. I just wanted to show you some of it in depth. And yeah, I'm quite excited about it, if I'm honest. The Diecast and plastic gods are looking down on me. So, what do we think? What's your favourite model out of all of these? For me, the mini Dinkies are just kind of cool, as is the plastic. I don't know, the plastic is going to be a learning curve at the minute. You get the odd little bit of it here and there, but like this quantity just doesn't happen. And to be honest with you, I love the knockoff like Corgi and Dinky stuff, from the little Austin Champ Jeeps to everything else. But boys and girls, don't forget, all of it is for sale on the eBay store. Thank you very much for watching this video. Stay tuned for another one, because I've got collections lined up, so no doubt there's going to be many, many more videos coming soon. And I shall see you there. Until next time, you know exactly what to do. Boosh.